It's Chris. How are you? Happy Monday. I am here for your weekly Soulful Business Training here in the Abundant and Empowered Feminine Leaders, and I am so excited to be back here with you today. Let's see, what is Facebook telling me? It always tells me to close all of these windows or applications, and I'm like, I don't have any other applications open. Anyways, I'm super duper excited. I just got back from an amazing retreat at the Well of Mercy, which is this beautiful retreat center here in North Carolina, where I got to really pour into my Accelerate Mastermind, and we got to really get clear about what they stand for, how they're serving their clients, creating the soul of their brand using some branding archetypes. It was so darn amazing. So I'm super excited to share some goodies and some ahas and some juicy nuggets going forward that is also going to help you attract your ideal client in a way that feels really aligned, really authentic to who you are as a wellness entrepreneur that has got big things to share in the world. So if you're here, let me know. Just let me know where you are. Type hi in the chat so I can see who's here. And then we're going to dive in. This is going to be a really fun way to kind of take a look at marketing. And the first thing that I want to say about marketing, oh, by the way, if you're here live, please type in #live. And hey, Valerie from Houston, woohoo. If you're watching the replay, please type in #replay. Let me know. And welcome, Valerie. I'm so glad to have you here. So again, as you pop on, let me know that you're here, and I will absolutely circle back around, say hello to you. If you have any questions while we are going through the information that I'm sharing with you today, please be sure to pop them in the chat. So even if you're watching the replay, pop your questions here and tag me so that I will get the notification so that I can circle back around and answer your questions. I really want to make sure that you are understanding the information that I'm sharing so that you can really impact the world. Because if you're not understanding and you're not really sure how to implement the pieces that I'm teaching you, it's really, really hard to do the things that are put on your heart to do, such as serve people in the way that you are here to serve as a wellness entrepreneur. So whether you're a health coach, life coach, spiritual coach, nutritional coach, culinary nutritionist, if you are a wellness entrepreneur, or if you are a wellness entrepreneur, you are here to make an impact in the lives of others, and I want to help you do that because that makes our entire world better, right? When people are feeling better, they're going to act better, they're going to be better, they're going to have better experiences. The ripple effects by me allowing you or me teaching you how to create income in your business that actually allows you to transform the lives of others, like the ripple effects happen in such amazing ways. So I'm so glad that you're here. So the first thing that I want to share about marketing is that marketing is not a dirty word. Marketing is merely a way to show up, to be visible, to get in front of people so that you can let them know how you can help them. Let them know how you can help them. That's all marketing is. If we boil it down to the simple of simple, that's what marketing is. And I shared with you on last week's live training that the way that we actually create income in our business really also gets boiled down to just three main things, right? It's get in front of people, meet people, get in front of people, step number one. Tell people what you do and how you can help them, step number two. So step one and step two, getting in front of people, and step two, telling people what it is that you do and how you can help them. That's marketing. Step number three is actually the sales, which is inviting people to work with you, right? So all of those three steps have to happen. If you don't have a simple marketing system where you are getting in front of people, being visible, letting people know what it is that you do and how you can help them, if you don't have that, we need to get that dialed in. And so I want to share some pieces that you can do consistently. And then the third thing is that you're going to need to have a simple sales system that you're able to take people along the journey so that you can then invite them to work with you without trying to take them from stranger right into a buyer. That's not an effective sales system, right? So it's really, really hard to take somebody from a stranger right into a buyer. We need to nurture our audience. We need to create value. We need to give people value. So that's where marketing comes in. So again, marketing is not a dirty word, but you do need to show up and be visible and let people know how it is that you can help them. So how do you do that? So let's talk about that. We're going to talk about 3 easy ways that you can do that. And remember, this is all around helping you get into the world, be visible, letting people know what it is that you do, how you can help them. So step number 1, you have to get really, really specific about who you serve. Get really, really specific on who you serve. Get it niched down. And I know that this can be such a struggle for so many coaches, but it really, really is powerful. You really want to make sure that you are niching down so that your ideal client is going to see you and understand exactly how it is that you can help her. So step one in showing up and be visible and being visible to others is whatever it is that you're sharing, make sure that you are sharing and think about one ideal client, not 10 different ways that you can support somebody, but one main way that you are actually helping your specific ideal client get results. Get results. And by the way, this is something that I teach inside of my Activate Abundance program. We're also going to go in depth on that in my next masterclass. It's called Thriving Wellness Business. And so I'm going to be sharing the link here with you guys this afternoon in this Facebook group that's coming up at the end of next month. So I'm going to be taking you through a 5-day masterclass where we're going to dive in really deeply into some of the specifics that I'm sharing with you here for free. So step one in marketing, you must get clear on who it is that you serve. If you're not clear who it is that you serve, your ideal client is not going to be clear that you're for her. So you have to be so specific and so clear on, yes, this is who I serve. This is how I serve them. So the second step is, how are you going to serve them, right? How are you going to help them go from one thing to the other? And this is where you are communicating in your messaging, in your marketing, right? So messaging and marketing can go hand in hand, right? Are you communicating to your ideal clients, to your readiest client, how you can actually help them? Are you communicating that you see them, you know them, you hear them, you know the places that you get stuck? And one of the things that I know that many of you are getting stuck in is, how do you actually create that message, right? How do you actually create that message that is allowing your ideal client to say, yes, that's me, I'm struggling with that, right? I know I struggled with that too, was I'm like, well, I know who it is that I want to serve, and yet I'm not really sure how to communicate that in a way that has my ideal client raising her hand going, yes, that's me. So if you feel like that too, I want you to type yes in the comments. Type yes in the comments if you feel like you still are kind of struggling with how to put these pieces together to communicate what it is that you do that really attracts your ideal client and has your ideal client raising her hand and saying yes. So once we get clear on who it is that we serve, the next thing we want to do is communicate to our ideal client how we can help her. Hey, Melissa. So glad to see you here. So let me know. Type yes in the comments if you're like, yes, I really want the answers. I want some pieces. How do I communicate this? And again, one of the things that I do inside of the Activate Abundance program is you have a 90-day done for you content plan that is actually going to help you put these pieces together, in addition to creating copy and marketing that converts. So we're going to be able to put all these pieces. Hey, Samantha, so glad you guys are here. Thanks for the love. Thanks for being here. Okay, so step one, you got to know who you serve, and you got to know what it is that they want, right? Step number two, getting in front of people, being visible. How are you going to do that? So one big mistake that I see many, many people doing that keeps you spinning is trying to be on all of the things, right? Trying to be on Pinterest and Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube, and kind of doing maybe a little bit here in every single place, but feeling really overwhelmed about, trying to be on all of the things, or feeling like you are living on social media, right? So what we want to do here is I really want to encourage you. The best way for you to be visible, to market organically, is to show up consistently. And one of the ways that I like to do that is actually here in a Facebook group. So I'm modeling this for you right now. So show up consistently, build a community, cultivate a community of your most readiest clients that you love to serve, and allow yourself to show up consistently. What that does is it builds trust with your community, and you're giving value. We want to give lots and lots of value to your readiest clients so that they can do what? Well, what it is that I just shared is how you can help them, how you can serve them, how you can help them get from one place where they are so that you can communicate what it is that you do in a really natural and authentic way, and take them along the pathway so that then you can invite them to work with you. So again, a marketing system is simply showing up consistently, being visible, and again, talking to your ideal client by showing them how you can help them get unstuck, right? So step one, get really, really clear about who you serve. Step 2, make sure that you are showing up and you're being visible, being consistently visible. So instead of being on all of the places, pick one platform. Pick one platform. I really love Facebook, and you can easily build a six-figure practice being on one platform consistently. As a matter of fact, Facebook has several different ways. So if you're not using Facebook to its full entirety as a revenue generating platform, then that is something that I want to help you with and help you dial in on that. Because when you are on one platform, it allows you to keep it simple, to keep it focused, and allow you to feel like you're also creating momentum and progress, right? Where when you're in all different places and we're trying to build an audience here and build an audience here and build an audience here and build an audience here, it can feel very draining, and it can feel like, I just don't know, like, am I even making any traction, and am I even making any progress? So being on Facebook is my platform, social media platform of choice. You might see me posting Instagram here and there, but really where I like to show up consistently is on Facebook, because Facebook does groups the absolute best. Facebook cultivates community in one of the best ways on any other social media platform. And because I am all about building relationships and cultivating community, this is the platform for me. And so it allows me to show up with integrity. It allows me to show up and share. It allows me to show up and serve really, really powerfully. It allows me to show up and teach the things that I know that I can help my readiest client with. So show up consistently and pick one main platform. And then the last thing that I want to share today for step 3 is making sure that you definitely have a way that your ideal client can actually self-identify. Make sure that you have a way that your ideal clients can self-identify. This is why step 1 was really, really be sure who it is that you serve, right? So remember, organic marketing is, what does that mean? Organic marketing means that you are not paying for ads. It means that you're not paying for somebody else to run an ad for you or do an AdWord for you or put together all this fancy funnel for you or something like this. So organic marketing means that you are showing up and you are connecting with people in your own way. So really the way that you market, there's really, if we get down to the bare bones again, the way that we market, you're either going to spend your money or you're going to spend your time. If you are under if you're under $250,000 right now in your business, which most of you are, because most of you are either between the first to 5 years, either year 1 or year 5, somewhere in there, building and growing your business. And if you're not yet at 6 figures or multi-6 figures, that is not where you want to go. You do not want to be spending money because you're not bringing money in. You want to be bringing money in your business first before you start spending money out on the marketing piece. So right now, none of you need to be spending money on ads. You need to be organically marketing your message, organically showing up, organically being visible so that people can see you, so that they can find you. And so one of the best ways that you can do that, helping your ideal client self-select, is by having some sort of freebie that you know your ideal clients want. So, for example, I'm going to share with you one of my freebies that I really love because I get a lot of questions about this. How do I market organically? So I have a freebie for you. It is called 30 Ways to Organically Market for your readiest client, to attract your readiest client. And so I'm going to share that freebie with you. And here's what I want to share. Whatever it is that you decide you want to create as a free offering of giving some piece of value that is going to help your ideal client get a result, make sure that it's focused on a result. Make sure that it's relevant, that it's valuable, and that it's congruent to who it is that you're serving and what it is that they want. For example, you guys are here to learn about how to grow 6-figure businesses in a very heart-centered, natural, organic way. You're not here to learn about North Carolina barbecue. I love North Carolina. I love their barbecue. I could certainly give you a recipe, but that is not my jam. I am not a chef. That's not why you guys are here, right? So if I said, hey, I've got this great North Carolina barbecue recipe and I shared that with you, you guys would be like very confused. It'd be so odd for you to be like, but wait a minute, I thought I was here to learn how to organically attract my ideal client, right? So everything that you're sharing, you want to absolutely bring it back to how are you serving your ideal client? Is it speaking to your ideal client? Is it speaking to your readiest client? Is it helping your readiest client create an epiphany or a breakthrough in some way, shape, or form. And so what I know is because I am listening to what it is that you guys say that you want, organically attracting your ideal client in a way that feels really good, in a way that feels really aligned, in a way where you don't have to spend all this extra money on experts creating Facebook ads or on experts in copy. Like it really is simply like right now, I know that every single one of you have at least one something in your toolbox that you know could really powerfully serve your ideal client. And so I'd love to hear in the chat here, even if you're watching the replay, please put in the chat, like, where are you here? What would be one thing, just one thing that you would be willing to share this week, either on your personal Facebook page or in your Facebook group, that would be a thing of value, of generosity, something that your ideal client would absolutely love to get their hands on. So, for example, at this retreat that I ran this past weekend, we were actually talking about this. And over dinner, we kind of went around and we're talking about different ways that they could serve their ideal client and different things that they could come up with that would be really valuable. And some of the ideas, I'm going to share some of the ideas here with you now, just in case one of them resonates with you. So, for example, one was how to get a good night's sleep. So, how to wake up and feel really well rested. So, that is with one of my clients who really works with people who are feeling severely burned out, really, really tired, maybe having a hard time sleeping, right? So, that's one idea. Another idea might be put together a series of meditations. So, another client of mine who is a mindset and a meditation coach is going to put together a series of meditations and visualizations because that speaks directly to her ideal client. Another client of mine, Melissa, she's here, is going to put together a series of maybe questions on how to tell whether or not you have a disordered relationship with food, because she is a specialist and an expert at helping people have peace with food instead of being so darn obsessed with what's on their plate or their weight, right? So all these are ways that they tapped into what is it that their ideal client would love to have so that they can create value, so that they can be visible. And again, whenever you're sharing this, you are sharing this in your community, but you're also sharing it on your personal Facebook page, because that is a way that if you say, hey, who are my women who would really like 30 ways, my list of 30 ways to organically grow your audience, organically market to your readiest client that is naturally going to attract clients to you. When they raise their hand, for me, that lets me know that that's my ideal client. That lets me know. And so she's going to self-identify, right? So step 3 is help your ideal client self-identify. And the way that you do that is by having something very, very special. And again, when I say special, it's really specific, having something specific to who it is that you serve. And it's one tiny piece of the puzzle, right? It's one piece of the puzzle that you're filling in for them. So I hope this was helpful for you today. I'm going to run through the steps really, really quickly. Step 1 was get really, really clear about who you serve. Nothing else is going to work until you are dialed in here. Who is it that you serve? Step 2, let them know how you can help them. Let them know how you can help them. So be visible. Let them know how you can help them. Let them know how you can take them from one place to the other, right? So I want to help you build 6-figure heart-centered practices in a way that feels natural, in a way that feels in alignment, without having to give away your time, without having to do these free 1-hour discovery sessions, right? So the way that I help my ideal clients is by helping them set the foundations in their business and help them organically grow and cultivate community and an audience so that they can make people their priority and to be able to share what it is that they do and invite people to work with them. So how I do that is I do that inside of my Activate Abundance 6-month business accelerator program. I also take a very, very limited of one-on-one clients. So if this is something that you're interested in, let me know and I will be more than happy to set up a quick chat with you or just even answer some questions with you inside of Messenger to see where you are in your business. But I help my clients do that in a way that actually helps them create some consistent income without, again, burning out, without having to spend all this extra money on websites or Facebook ads or getting caught in the weeds or spinning, right? So step 2 was let people know how you can help them. And then step number 3 is help your ideal client self-identify. Help your ideal client self-identify. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments What is one thing that you are going to do to help your ideal client self-identify? So how can you be more visible? Remember, marketing is not a bad word. Marketing is allowing your client out there that is looking for a solution to her problem to find you. If you are not visible, if you are not marketing yourself, and again, marketing, sharing your message, sharing what you're passionate about, letting people know how you can help them. If you do not have a simple marketing system in place that allows you to show up consistently, that's the place to start, my friend. And then we go into the sales system, because if you're not making sales, you don't have a business. You're not actually working with clients, which means you're not actually impacting anybody. So those two simple things: marketing system, sales system. I'm going to teach you that inside of Thriving Wellness Business. 6 steps to a heart-centered six-figure business, wellness business. We're going to do that on September 20th. So I will pop the link up in the Facebook group so that you guys can register for that and get your workbook. But for now, I want to hear from you. And let me know in the comments, because I'll help you with this too, right? So let me know who it is that you serve and what would be one thing that you could put out there to help your ideal client self-identify. So are you thinking about a freebie? Are you thinking about a checklist? Are you thinking about an assessment? Are you thinking about maybe some meditations? So let me know who you serve and let me know what that one thing is. And if you need help, let me know that too. Tag me and I will circle back around and answer your questions and give you some support on that. All right, my friends, thank you for being here today. And I will see you next week back here, 1 o'clock, for Soulful Business Trainings.